It is currently 3:13 a.m. in the morning, and it's so crazy. I haven't posted in so long, and right before I was about to post, I get this random ass text message from this person that I don't even really deal with for real, asking, a strange ass request from me, and didn't even have this person number saved, didn't know who they were. Um, so I blocked this person. Anyway, that was random, but I just feel like there's something significant about that energy. But anyway, all this hostility behind your sovereign confidence. Now, it's the reason why I put emphasis on sovereign confidence, because a lot of people's confidence comes from things, people, and places. Um, but your confidence is evident that it comes directly from source. And regardless of, uh, people's strategy behind oblivion or whatever tactics that they use to masquerade their ignorance, to masquerade their feelings of inferiority and your presence, or in comparison to you, at the end of the day, their spirit, their soul, whatever spirits are inhabiting them, are very clear about this sovereign confidence that you embody. And it's very identifiable that it is from the divine directly. These intimidation tactics, fear mongering that usually works on the average person or the average unevolved soul. These tactics don't work on you, they don't work for you. And this is why it seems like there's been so many efforts, so many people. That's why it didn't make sense that people will join and group together, even if they don't really know you, but a lie about you, bits and pieces of information, or even just seeing you, just getting a glimpse of your confidence was enough information for these people to follow through with these attacks or follow through with supporting whatever negativity that was conjured against you. So your ancestors are laughing at these people. Your ancestors are entertained. Heavy emphasis on these people just wanting to be in a place where they can laugh at you, wanting to be in a place where they can point the finger at you and take the attention off what makes them feel insecure about themselves and point the finger at you. And here's the thing, it's like they try to reverse psychology, the spotlight that you already embody. You're somebody who naturally gains attention. You don't have to go out of your way to get attention. You're the person who, even when you're moving low key, you still get attention. So these people try to reverse psychology, the attention that you naturally get, um, by developing these false narratives to try to taint people's perception, since the spotlight is going to be on you, since you're easily going to get the attention. People wanted to manipulate the attention that you received. And this was all an effort to shake up your confidence, to throw off or disturb that sovereign confidence, for you to seek external validation from these people. It's like there's something about desperate and pathetic efforts. I wasn't able to fit it into the caption, but what the ancestors wanted to say is that they are entertained by these people's pathetic efforts or pathetic attempts to move you, to feel like they struck a nerve with you, just to feel better about themselves or feel just as powerful as you. It's something about your empowerment, and the fact that it's not governed by these people's approval, it's not governed by their disapproval, it's not governed by their validation or invalidation. It's simply governed by the divine and the divine alone. And because these people, because these people, and I was going to acknowledge age, but what they're saying is that it's the nature of how these people, how how these people have convinced themselves of their confidence being valid in whatever it is, whether it be materialism, whether it be popularity, whether it be connections in their network, um, whatever it may be, is something here about a false illusion, or when the scripture talks about people leaning after their heart's understanding, their own heart's understanding, or do not lean on your own heart's understanding. It's not that it's wrong to lean on your heart's understanding. It becomes problematic when your heart lacks understanding of other hearts, or the nature of the heart in general, the nature of compassion and love, and how it should be conducted, how it should be received, executed, and transferred. So when people lack understanding, which is a very relevant thing, which is also why it was um, it was necessary for us to hear the prayer of Solomon, and that his prayer specifically was to develop or to gain the understanding of other people's hearts, so that it would govern him in his judgment, or that he would have good judgment, fair judgment, equal, balanced judgment, and how he handles people. Given that his career was for him to be a judge, or he was an appointed judge. It wasn't enough to just, oh, I have this position, but he wanted to make sure that in that position, he was conducting himself in the most wise manner as possible. That with having the responsibility of having these other souls, lives in his hands, he wanted to be the most responsible with his judgment between quarrels and conflict and discord, right? Um, so you have the solar plexus here and hostilities. This is my energy oracle deck. And what's crazy, so I had the deck sitting in my lap, and I sat up to adjust myself. And when I did that, the hostilities card popped out with third chakra Archangel Shamuel, um, the solar plexus. So just now I did a quick brief shuffle, and we now have the deceit card out here on the spread as well. Okay, so I do want to see, I'm curious to see what message comes with Archangel Shamuel. I'm not going to read all the cards. I just want to see what message comes with the solar plexus and Archangel Shamuel specifically. Okay. Emotions of desire, life force energy. So, all this hostility behind the laziness of wanting to harvest off your life force energy, opposed to being patient with self, opposed to learning self, opposed to studying divinity, studying God, studying life force energy itself at the root, which is the divine. Instead of putting in the work that you put in, collective, these people with their laziness and their pathetic attempts actually believed that they were strong or powerful enough to take any life force energy from you, to literally snatch it from you. And there's this energy of people thinking that it would be easy to do so. That phrase of like taking candy from a baby, and it's like you're nowhere in the league of the collective when it comes to spiritual understanding, because most people are driven by emotions, even if their emotions are unhinged, even if their emotions are unaligned, imbalanced, or unreasonable, irrational. Most people are driven by emotions. Most people are driven by energy and motion, because it is literally the essence of our soul's existence. But if there is a lack of navigation, if there is a lack of direction within that person due to the lack of understanding within their heart space, then they're liable to be misdirected. They're liable to misdirect, blame, misdirect insecurities, project, deflect. So you have the powerful Archangel Shamiel is holding a beautiful spear of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third eye chakra and the center of your life force energy. The issues here resolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When this card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. So there's been this increased enthusiasm of your energy, or how you're able to embody this confidence despite all this deception that's been coming your way, all this plotted and planned deception and deceit that people have developed or conjured on your path, in the form of hostility, or in hopes that it will drive you into some type of hostile energy, with storm warning and envy right behind the hostility card. You have hostility, storm warning, and envy. All this was rooted in envy. Envy of your sovereign confidence that is not dependent upon their approval, dependent upon their beliefs, their likes, their dislikes, their disapproval, their validation, their invalidation. What they deem as cool, what they deem as in, what they deem as trending. You don't give a fuck about none of it. And the reality of all of this, even though launching these attacks after you, or all these people coming after you on your journey, was supposed to overwhelm you to the extent of you taking yourself out, because they can't do it. They're not powerful enough to do it. And it's unfortunate, because these people actually believe that with teamed up together or with others. So it's not that that actual that actual phenomena is not real or accurate. There's no accuracy to it. Again, when people lack understanding of their hearts and they're leaning after their heart's understanding, they're misdirected with things that should be in place and that would work out in their favor if they had the understanding, which they don't. And I know that sounds like a mouthful, but basically, in essence, what I'm saying is that they thought that because they teamed up together to drive this deception, to drive this storm for you, an emotional storm, to drive this envy, to create these hostilities, they were under this illusion, they were deluded, they were under this illusion that they were actually more powerful than you, more powerful than you, and where you get your confidence from, which is source. More powerful than you and the divine. More powerful than you and your divine and loving ancestors. More powerful than you and the angels assigned to your life that you are conscious of and that you consciously work with and allow permission to work on behalf of you. These people are more so recruiting one another to work on behalf of them when it comes to battles. And a lot of these battles that these people are facing are battles that they've conjured out of their envy. Battles that were unnecessary, battles that were one sided. And they actually believe that they will be successful in taking you out. When all that you've been forced in a position to do is simply defend yourself spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally. But the root of it all is defending yourself spiritually. So your ancestors, there's this energy of, you can resonate with being somebody who extends a lot of grace, who gives a lot of chances, depending on the person, depending on how you feel, depending on relationship, depending on whatever, right? Depending on you simply just wanting to keep the balance, restore peace, restore harmony, whatever, right? But there's definitely a shift in, okay, I'm hearing you've done more than enough when it comes to extending olive branches. Um, so I'm hearing that you're moving more quickly with nipping things. And the thing is, that pace was already ignited. That pace was already being sped up um, over time. But there's either, because you have the world card here, there's a new cycle here, and it's causing a lot of anxiety. And this cycle is involving your balance, especially when it comes to your mental energy. You could be being heavily thought about with the thinking man here. Okay. And the way that you're being thought about is the balance, your inner stability, um your inner harmony, or something of that nature. Okay, but it's involving the yin yang energy. It's something about your balanced masculine and feminine energy. This heavily thought about energy too. There could be people who are feeling heated towards you, heated about you, or there's this energy of wanting you to feel heated about something that they've caused here, but that being a fail and that energy returning to sender, because my body just got hot out of nowhere just now. Okay, this heat could also represent whoever this energy is, this masculine energy that's heavily fixated on you. This could be passionate energy. Um, this could be an energy that's tied to a fire energy, whether that be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. So again, this could be about your leadership. This could be about how you handle confrontation that has people intimidated and envious and anxious about you not reacting the way that they thought they were going to force or drive you to react. This is about your self-control. This is about your your willpower. Your willpower has these people anxious because they weren't able to drive or steer your wheel. This is a great time to move toward the completion of your desires. Completion. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. My third chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I radiate a bright and vibrant life force energy. I feel excitement for all that I do. This is literally the energy that you embody generally. And it reflects, or it's reflected to the outside world as this undeniable confidence, this undeniable light. So heavy emphasis on life force energy, but heavy emphasis on light as well, your light. Okay. So that's the energy. That's the energy. So what are these people? Let's see what actions that these people have taken or are taking in regards to this hostility, this envy, this deceit, your solar plexus. What exactly, why are these people heavily fixated on the collective solar plexus energy, Holy Spirit? Beauty, compassion. Okay, there's a lot of cards that came out. Why are these people heavily fixated on our solar plexus, divine? Why are these people heavily fixated? Do y'all want to tell me through this stuff? So you got friendship in the reverse, but it also came out upright. So the way that I'm getting this is, again, your confidence is not dependent upon others. It's not dependent upon people, whether they reject you, whether they accept you, whether you're a part of the group, whether you're not. You're somebody who can confidently stand alone, who can confidently be neutral in all situations, and who also can confidently interact and engage with others without any ulterior motives. You don't have to juke, you don't have to trick, you don't have to deceive people into liking you. You don't have to deceive people into perceiving you as a confident individual. It's just who you are. You also have travel here. I feel like this could just be you you having the ability to travel across dimensions, travel across timelines when it comes to your wisdom, when it comes to your mannerisms, when it comes to how you conduct yourself and your spiritual knowledge, with how when it comes to dealing with others and their behaviors, dealing with others and their moods, dealing with others and their emotional competence or the lack thereof, their emotional intelligence or the lack thereof, their ego, whatever the case may be. But you have a very profound manner in your dealings with others. Spirit guide. You could be a spirit guide. This is also talking about your spirit guides, your friendship with your spirit guides. So you also have the passion card here. There's something about your passion that these people are anxious about, they get triggered about, or that they're envious of. Because this is a passion that you're able to maintain. This is a passion that they're unable to disrupt or disturb. And there's definitely been attempts to disturb it. Okay? Beauty. So these people wanted to knock something off about your beauty, or wanted to knock your beauty down a couple of statues, I guess, because the beauty card, not only did it fly out of the deck, but it's like they tried to knock it. It's almost like it was an attempt to knock it on the floor, but it was caught. So you have good luck. There's something about your good luck here. Okay? Black cat energy is significant. So black cat energy could be, I feel like how tarot or oracles, how a lot of it is like upright or reversals, right? It's the same thing with energy in general. So just like the black cat energy, there could be a positive essence to that. There could also be a low vibrational essence to the black cat energy. So there's something significant about that. You could have had people who are an individual who moving like a black cat type of energy who tried to create bad luck for you, right? But we know the truth about black cat energy and how it actually is in the upright. You embody this energy in the upright. So there's something about your good luck, or honestly just the seeds that you've sown, kind of compensating for all of this hostility that people are trying to conjure on your path. Okay, so what exactly, let's see, so we know that these people, the reason why these people was focused on your solar plexus was because of this confidence you're able to embody without their friendship, okay, without particular connections, this confidence, this beauty that you have despite these things going on behind your back or whatever. Courage and love. So I feel like this love card is talking about self-love. And you have grieving in reverse. These people wanted you to be grieving some type of loss here, grieving the loss of connection, loss of friendship, loss of an opportunity, loss of something here. Okay, they wanted you to lose your beauty, wanted you to lose your self-love, lose your courage, lose connections here. But at the end of the day, beauty, love, courage, and good luck are all in the upright, even though friendship is here in the reverse. So even if they were successfully able to create some type of distortion between connections, that has nothing to do with your connection between yourself and you, or you and the divine. Again, the source of your confidence, the source of your courage, the source of your self-love, as well as the source of your beauty, the source of your fortune. It's almost like there was individuals, yeah, you have freedom here. There was individuals here who literally was trying to manipulate your fortune as well. Okay? Alrighty. Well, there was another question I wanted to ask using these cards. So what kind of spells were these people casting on the collective most recently, or with this recent moon phase? Okay, so definitely targeting your happiness. Okay, what kind of spells were these people casting? They was hoping to gain some type of happiness off of um, fighting you, or some type of plan. Okay, to disrupt your life purpose and your career. So the spells that were recently casted was on your new beginnings, okay, was to attack or disrupt your career, your life purpose. So most of you guys, you are in your life purpose through your career. Okay, you're not that person that's just working some job just to be having money coming in. Whatever you do for work, whatever your career is directly connected to your life purpose. Okay, so this is not, this is not no small shit to be playing around with or to be trying to meddle in. And so these people are realizing how serious and how real shit can really get here when you're trying to disrupt God's plans. You got financial health here and the upright. So these people are not disrupting or disturbing nothing here. Because it's something about your talent and also your ability to forgive and your commitment that is steadfast with the divine. You have commitment and answers here. But on this answers card, is I feel like the image that is giving is like a divine energy, like the most high energy. And then you have the truth, finding truth right behind answers and confidence. So this is the truth here. These people wanted you to be distorted and deluded about your strength, about why these things are happening to you, why it seems like people are teaming up against you, working against you, why these things are happening back to back, blah, 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 blah. Targeting your stability, targeting your home, whatever the case may be, your love life. But God has given you the answers. Your spirit team gives you the answers. Okay? Your boundaries, you have very strong boundaries, or your boundaries have strengthened even more. Okay. There's something about these people not able to penetrate through your spiritual boundaries. Okay. So yeah. Maybe this was energies that some of these energies could be energies who wanted to get close to you and thought they could defeat you in that manner, or try to defeat you through others that are close to you. Okay. This is the truth. Yeah. Okay. So the spell casting was on your self-love, your love life, the love that you receive. Okay, your happiness, your joy, your career, your life purpose, your finances. Okay. Yeah, whatever your life purpose is, your career is directly tied to you being courageous. Okay. All right. So can you show me or tell me how this is backfiring on these individuals? Show me how this is backfiring on these individuals. So something about fertility here, about things growing for them or things slowing down. Okay. Yeah. Them losing optimism, passion, feeling enthused about what they do for work, or I don't know, it's something about their passion diminishing. Them losing passion for something. This is connected to their willpower. Okay, this could be, okay, there's individuals trying to manifest reconciliation with you. Okay. They want to heal, finding healing, manifesting reconciliation. How else is backfired on these individuals? Your boundaries. Your boundaries isn't part of this backfire. So you're free. There's something about you. You free yourself. You view these people as the spiritual energetic traps that they try to be, and you simply escape. You simply find the way to. You find the way of escape, and you free yourself. And this is a part of the backfire. Okay, that within itself is like a low blow to these people, because now not only can they not feed off your life force energy, but whatever made them feel inferior to you, that confidence, that courage that you have, that triggered this inferiority complexes in these people, these God complexes or these insecurities, it only amplifies it. Your willpower amplifies these narcissistic injuries, these egoic wounds within these people. So it's like they try to drive a sword into your heart. They try to drive a sword into your confidence. But the sword that they never pulled out of their own back, that they never pulled out of their own heart, they only drive it deeper. So it's like a psychological suicide that these people do to themselves. So this is literally self-harm. Them trying to harm you or create situations or circumstances to cause you to harm yourself is literally self-harm for them spiritually. So it's giving bruised egos. Someone wanted to bruise your ego. Someone was intimidated by your confidence, and they thought that this could even be somebody. This could be in work. This could be. We got prosperity, blessings, and peace. Yeah. Somebody wanted to put a damper in your confidence here. Somebody wanted to bruise your ego by removing something from you, by revoking an opportunity, or they just wanted to feel. This was the closest thing. It's something about people using whatever possible to make themselves feel more powerful or empowered in comparison to you. Okay, to compete with your empowerment. Heavy manifestation here. Yeah. You have new beginnings, closure, and clarity. So this also backfires on them because of your transformation. There's something about a transformation here where your load is lightened. There's a new beginning here. You courageously concluded some type of closure. Okay, you have clarity. Okay, this you could also be someone who received clarity from dreams, visions as well. But there's something about a divine manner and you gaining clarity and you that and in a way that it scripted the necessity of needing clarity directly from these people because you got it directly from source. Okay, this is what also drives and amplifies that sovereign confidence that you have. Okay, so even if there was like this energy of whispers, energy of gossip, you know, it's an energy of people wanting you to be highly curious of what the gossip is about you, highly curious about or seeking answers and trying to control you or have this false sense of empowerment by withholding information or moving secretively or sneakily in regards to you or around you. Yeah, but it's something about your discernment and your intuition here that's far more powerful. You have justice and peace. Okay. Yep. There's something about a significant or huge transformation in regards to your well-being. So whether that be your living situation, your growth, your positive growth, your commitments, your spiritual gifts, your talents, all these things are being transformed. Yep. All these things are being transformed. So whatever version of you that people got to experience, where they was intimidated by that, there's something about you only transforming into better versions of yourself that only amplifies the insecurities that drove these people to work against you in the first place. Yep. Yep. Confidence. It's the last card for this deck that I'm going to pull. So what's a part of the backfire is literally having to witness a confidence that they weren't able to break, but that was only amplified by their pathetic attempts. While they sink deeper into their insecurities. Okay. I'm going to pull from the Oracle of Heaven and Hell, and then I'm going to close out. So it's very rare. I don't think I've ever used this deck on YouTube. But if you just want to see what comes out, whether that be your angelic energy, the angelic energy surrounding you, or the demonic energy dwelling within these individuals who chose to work against you. Okay? The demons that they're battling with, that have them in this position, or that's um, dragging them into this hell here. Okay? It's the eeriness of the weight of these cards. Alright, what can you reveal about this energy? What can you reveal to me, divine love and ancestors, about this energy? What can you reveal to me? Reveal. That was a lot of cards. Okay. You put this back and I read these two. So 23 could be significant, or the 23rd, or 5 could be significant, or the 5th. May could be significant. April 23rd could be significant. Number 4 or the 4th could be significant. Or 9 or the 9th or the 9th month could be significant. Okay? I think the 9th month is September. So there's something significant about those time frames, okay, where there was an energy here of creating delay in your life, or delay as it pertains to someone taking action towards you, or a delay in regards to your divine power. Okay. And then you have destruction of the environment. So these people were driven by the demons of Samegina and Aim. Okay? Aim is the demon of destruction of the environment, and Samegina is the demon of delay. Okay? Tell me more. You also have Mumaya, endings and rebirth. Number 72 could be significant. Heavy emphasis on September. Something was definitely done in September, or there's just something about the number 9 energy. So we'll look into that energy also before we close out. Yeah, heavy emphasis on April, heavy emphasis on September. Okay. Show me more. Okay, so Mumaya is actually an angel, a divine angel, that helps aid in endings and rebirth. So it guides endings and rebirth, so that for divine beings, things that are meant to end things that are meant to end, that are in the divine person's greatest good to end, will end, as well as rebirths. So you have these people who are operating demonic energy, trying to create destruction of your environment to ultimately create delay within you and your power and your life force energy. But with this destruction of the environment, with these delays, these endings that they wanted to create for you are being governed for your highest good. Okay? So it's not playing out the way that they wanted it to play out. It's not playing out the way that they hoped for it, the way that they expected. So you have hell. Hell. I cannot even say this name. Hahahel. Undertaking and completing missions. Number 41 can be significant. Heavy emphasis on number 5. Heavy changes here. Heavy significant changes in regards to your stability, your overall stability in your structure. So undertaking and completing missions. So there's angels So anytime you think about the word The Undertaker, you think about WWE, that particular wrestler. It's even given Anubis energy with The Undertaker. So people are being taken under. Missions are being completed, even if they weren't initiated by you or your spiritual team. These missions that these people have initiated behind demonic motivation are being completed by your divine spirit team. I just heard the last laugh. So you have divine forgiveness, Haziel, number 9. Heavy emphasis on number 9. Okay. Divine forgiveness. Oh, it's too many cards. Let's see what else come out. What other messages do you have in regards? What else can you reveal in regards to this message? You have number 8 or 53, which adds to number 8. Nanael, spiritual communication. So again, that clarity, the answers, finding truth, finding the answers from source, finding clarity, okay? Spiritual wisdom. 25, number 7. Neath Haya Nataya. Many some difficult names. But there's something significant about your spiritual wisdom. Okay. What I'm noticing about the cards that's coming out of this Heaven and Hell deck, it started off with 2 demons coming out, right? And after these 2 demons came out, every other card are divine angels and archangels, right? So that just goes to show that your divine spirit team are finishing what these people who have volunteered to be enemies have started. They're finishing it. They're completing it. Endings and rebirth. Okay? So while something is ending here, whatever dark or demonic feelings that these people was hoping or was trying to conjure for you to feel, they're actually feeling that with these endings. They're actually suffering more negatively from the endings while you're experiencing some type of rebirth here. Even if there are some type of residual feelings or whatever, for the simple fact that you're just human, for the simple fact that you genuinely are a divine being and you've given true authentic compassion. So maybe you were disappointed about something here, but I feel like you feel more empowered than anything else for the simple fact that, damn, it take all y'all to do this to me or to try to stop me. I must be powerful as fuck. I must be that girl. I must be that dude. I have to be. Right? Fertility and multiplicity. Heavy emphasis on fertility. You got fertility came out in 2 different cards. Okay? Rejuvenation. So you're being rejuvenated here. Heavy emphasis on your angelic team. A lot of angelic presence. There's a strong angelic presence around you. Okay? There's something about your spiritual political authority. 42 and 54. We got 9 out here again. And now we have number 6. 8 is out here twice. So heavy emphasis on your abundance here. Okay. You're receiving a lot of spiritual communication and reassurance about your abundance as well. About some type of revelations in regards to these people. Also, about the multiplicity of attacks or groups working against you. Okay, we got propagation of light. Okay, to consume your light. To try to take your light and use it for demonic means. Ariel is out here. Ariel, perception and revelation. Erathiel, propagation of light, 27. Yeah. And we also have Michael out here. And Omael. It's a lot of divine angels coming out. Okay? Let me count. the amount. We got two strong demonic presences here. I'm hearing pestilence as well. Someone tried to conjure pestilence in your life or upon your abundance. Okay? Especially if you're an earth sign. So we have, yeah, these people was targeting your second house. Your second house and what's that? The fifth house and is that the sixth house? Is that the sixth house? No. The seventh house, Libra, relationships. No. I said the sixth house for a reason. If we're attacking your health, shit, they could have been attacking every damn thing. You're very fucking powerful. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in total. Angels have come out from the cards that I pulled. 10 in total. Heavy emphasis on a cycle closing here and a new cycle, a new phase. And we did have the World card come out. Yeah. I'm politicking with this chicken when I'm gonna call my creek club. Heavy emphasis on politics. I don't know why that word. So this can even just be talking about a group of blood-sucking energies or a group of life force-sucking energies that's been targeting you. Okay. How far? 45 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna pull just a few more cards from a different deck I have here. Confidence. Oh my God. Confidence and feast. And then you have the feather card. Think first before you judge. Yeah, a group of witchy individuals. Look, bitch fire. You stood up for yourself against this group of individuals. You're this lighthouse energy. You don't doubt your worth. You know that you've all... You're in this energy of, I know I'm enough. I am always enough. Yeah, and you're making some type of change here with the sword card. Yep. Yep. It's something about these people trying to portray you as some type of bitchy, arrogant ass energy when it's only been confidence. Okay? Something that came with time and practice. Okay? 23, number 5 is here again. Heavy emphasis on the 23rd. Something could have definitely happened on the 23rd when you was 23 years old. Okay, something happened on the 23rd. We got 23 out here twice. Something could be happening on the 23rd. Yeah, the fourth week of the month. Heavy emphasis on the 4th week of a month on the 23rd. So you have feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. You're in this feast energy while these people thought you was going to be in a space of despair. But this is just a part of your voyage. You already have all the answers. Okay, so that came out twice about you finding the answers, you having the answers. Because you are your own first priority. Yeah, I don't know if these people try to create some type of false sense of guilt or wanted you to be nostalgic about them, about a place or something, about some type of loss here. But you take control of your own narrative. Yep. And you remember to practice self-love. Okay. Dragons, slay them all. This is just another dragon for you to slay. Period. Again, this is a part of your spiritual voyage as a healer. Okay. As a divine being. Take yourself out on a date. Again, these people, I'm telling you, all this because of your sovereign confidence. No matter what they do. Literally. Yep. All right, so what can the collective expect? A feast. So you can expect to be in this Phoenix rising energy. You have Phoenix. How's that for a happily ever after, motherfucker? Number 9 is here again. I'm hearing the moral of the story is Phoenix rising. You have mural. Be your own first priority. That's the moral of the story. That's what you're teaching these people. That's what you're showing these people. You're leading by example. You're this phoenix energy. You rose from the ashes. You keep rising from the ashes. You have what it takes. You have the capacity. You have the lungs. You have the oxygen. You have everything you need to survive this smoke, these flames, these illusions, these shadows. So these people are realizing that they're burning down their own foundations. They're destroying themselves by trying to destroy you, when you're simply just going to rise and fly away towards something better, a rebirth. Despite them trying to sing or develop this story, this narrative, or carry on this story, pass around these rumors of you being the villain. It says you can always rewrite the story, and this is how you operate. You just rewrite the story. You have feast. So this is what you can expect, collective. You can expect these people trying to portray you as a villain here, but it's going to be very obvious. It's going to be very obvious. I'm hearing externally. It's going to be physically obvious. Okay? Of who's the true divine feminine, divine masculine here. Who's the empress? Who's the emperor? Who's the hero in the story? Who's the good guy? Who's the protagonist? As well as who the true villains are. These people are being exposed. You have the moon here and this whole ocean. These people are being exposed for the actual villains that they are. They're being exposed in regards to their projections and their deflections. And with this feast energy, I'm hearing 8 downs. You 8 down. I'm hearing these people could be turning in on themselves, feasting on one another. It's giving when a pack of animals or something are starving and there's no food, no source of real food in sight, or they don't know that there is, and so they turn on one another just to feed themselves. Yep, this chaos is returning. Yep, you have sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. This darkness is backfiring on these people here. Raindrops. Listen. Yep. I don't know, these people could be refusing to be honest with themselves. But it's time for healing, not war. It's time for healing, not war. It's something about these people refusing to see the truth about how fucked up they are. That they're the problem. While they're trying to point fingers and project onto somebody where there's already attention and the spotlight is on that person. And so because the attention is already on this person, they want to project. Oh my God. Yeah. We got storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. And it's literally like this girl is running away from a village, but she's making sure her crown is intact. You have 44. Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. And there's going to be a rainbow right after. And a pot of gold at the end. Princess. You can be your own knight. Number 1. You can manifest your every wish. You don't need these people to save you. Why the hell would you rely on somebody who tried to put you in an unsafe, unwanted, undesirable situation to save you, to help you, to be of any use to you anymore? Expectations. Don't see anyone's approval. It's just that simple. Shaking my head. And again, we have dragons. Slay them all. They keep coming and you keep slaying every last one of them. Every last one of them. Even if they come a legion at a time, you slay every last one of them, because it's not just you. Your power is amplified by a strong divine presence. Many angels. The fact that only one angel alone is enough to fuck up a legion of demons. You have a multitude that said fertility and multiplicity. You have a multitude of angelic beings surrounding you, avenging you. They are your friends. They are your family. They are your security. They are the safeguards. They are the locks. They're all that. And they're always there, and they always will be. And that's what these people are going to be forced to witness, because they're watching you. They're trying to keep tabs on you. They're hoping to validate their insecurities or validate this false sense of power. And every time they check in on you, every time they see you, it drives the swords deeper. It drives the swords deeper into their subconscious. But that's all I have for you guys. It's the Authentic Empress, and I'll see you in the next reading.